Hello and welcome to another Sprues and Brews unboxing video, and today we've got a massive box on the desk. We've got the latest Kill Team box for Warhammer 40,000. Now this is a chunky old box, and it doesn't actually feel like 5 minutes ago that we had the Octarius box, which had the Orcs versus the Death Corps of Krieg. But here we have the second box. This one pits the Tau against the Adepta Sororitas, or Sororitas. I'm never very good at Warhammer pronunciation. We also get a bunch of scenery in here and some updated rules. So what we're going to do during the course of this video is unbox this, check out all its tasty contents, and have a flick through the updated rules as well. I just thought I'd flip the box over so that we can see the back there. You've got a unit of Pathfinders with a new upgrade sprue. So we've got stuff like a drone controller here. We've got transpectral interference Pathfinder. Basically, we've got really cool new upgraded equipment and weaponry, which looks really awesome. And then we've got a brand new unit of sisters, the Novitiates. These look really cool, really lightly armored sisters. Apparently, these are kind of training up to be proper sister battle. So they haven't got power armor yet. But yeah, they look really sweet. Look like they're really good in close combat. You've also got this board and you've got the scenery. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting box to open up. So I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to come back with its contents. So we've taken the inner box of this box out, and we're faced with lots of sprues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this to one side because we'll get a better shot of the contents as I slowly bring them into shots. So if I just move this over here, and we'll start taking a look at some of the sprues. And we're going to start with the new sisters. So let's bring these up to the camera. So these are incredibly detailed, as you would expect, multi-part models. So these are not easy build. These are full multi-part kits. Some really nice weapon options here. Lots of auto guns, auto pistols, lots of close combat stuff. Quite a nice banner there. Yeah, they're really, really nice. I do like the new sisters range. I would like a sisters army at some point in the future, but far too many projects going on at the moment. Definitely one for the future. Matt's going to be taking these on, so expect to see these get painted and get some work in progress shots over on our Twitter at Sprues and Brews if you don't follow us already. I bet Matt can't wait to get started on those. We've then got it looks like we've then got the upgrade sprue for the Tau Pathfinders, actually. Is this the upgrade sprue? Yeah, there's some stuff on here that I don't think I've seen before. So yeah, I think that must be the upgrade sprue. I'm sure Tau players will be looking at that and will know if it is or not. But it does look like there's some new stuff on there. Some new extra bits and pieces. I mean, the Pathfinder kit is... Oh, that one looks like he's throwing a grenade. That's really cool. The Pathfinder kit is actually still a really, really nice kit. Can't remember how old it is now. It's one of the newer kits in the Tau range. So yeah, it's a really good idea doing these upgrade sprues. And I think we're going to see a lot of it during the course of this new kill team. I think we're going to see maybe even every faction get either a new kit or at least an upgrade sprue to an existing kit. So it's exciting times. We've then got some of the scenery pieces. So this is the return of the Sector Imperialis. Really nice scenery kits, all modular. They work perfectly with the Sector Mechanicus, and they also work hand in hand with the Zone Mortalis as well. So yeah, superb scenery. Absolutely superb. I've been meaning to build a board with this new scenery for ages. Hope I get to paint this up and get a board made. So that's one part of the scenery. Look at the eagle there. That's really cool. Really hope we get to paint this up. Got some more scenery pieces there. Look like a smaller part of the building. And again, some more scenery pieces. I think that's the same sprue actually. So that's a duplicated sprue. These columns are like that, so you can position stuff. It doesn't have to be like straight sort of angles. You can make them slightly angular, like the buildings. So they don't just have to be like square or rectangle, basically. Another smaller sprue are buildings. Very cool. Continuing with buildings, you got some floors there, and you got some smaller parts. I'm sure there are instructions in this box to help you build your scenery. However, like I say, it is all modular, so you might find you'll have more fun just going crazy and doing your own builds. Oh, that one's slightly cracked. There we go. Some more scenery sprues. I think games like Kill Team work better when you've got lots of line of sight blocking scenery. Another floor sprue there. Plenty of cover to duck behind, move up the battlefield. And it also works great in... oops, sorry, didn't mean to tap the camera there. Also works great as well in games of 40k. So it's a slightly different sprue, I think. Like that, you've got some writing on there. That's really cool. Yeah, actually quite excited for the scenery. I'm sure we'll get to some more sprues in a second. There you go. I think this is the last of the building sprues. So just a duplicated sprue there. We've then got another sprue of sisters. So you've got the really tall banner there. You've got some whips. The crossbow, I can't remember what that's called in the sisters' armory now. A big mace. Yeah, some really nice bits. Really nice ornate chainswords. Yeah, lots of close combat options. I think these are girls that like getting into combat and chewing up the enemy. And then I think we've got one last bit of plastic. And that's the full Pathfinder sprue. So yeah, the other one must have been the upgrade one. So this is the returning Pathfinder sprue. Still a really nice kit. You've got all your Pathfinder drones on here as well, like the recon drone with the burst cannon. I can't remember what the other drones are called. I think one's like an pulse kind of drone. Can't think now. But yeah, still a really nice sprue. Still holds up today. And for those that might have missed it, Games Workshop did actually say in one of the latest Warcom articles that the Tau would be one of the first codexes for 2022. So if you do play Tau and you've been chomping at the bit for your 9th edition codex early next year, basically. So hold tight. We then have a divider. We normally get some really nice artwork here of like a battle. In this one, we've just got a sister and a Pathfinder. Not my favourite, double-sided, so it's the same on both sides. But still quite nice. I know quite a few people frame these and put them up. I think that's a really good idea. We then have a bunch of bases. Always need bases for all your models. We've got the rulebook, so we're going to go through this separately in a moment, and also the assembly instructions are shrink wrapped in there as well. So we'll be taking a closer look at that in a few moments. We then have the cardboard tiles for your battlefield. So I believe this is double-sided. I don't know what the other side looks like, so we'll crack this open in a few moments and have a look at it, because I think that's the side that they advertise on the box. I wonder what the other side's like. And that's not all in this box. So we also have some transfers. So we've got some Tau transfers there. I think, again, they're the same ones that came in the Pathfinder box. But you have actually got decals there for all the battle suits as well. Riptides, Storm Surge, Broadside, Stealth Suits. That's cool. And then you also have the sisters, the Adepta Sororitas. The other transfer sheet as well, with all your different orders. Excellent. So that is the contents I think we need to open some of the shrink wrap and have a look at the game board and the rules. We're just going to take a very quick look at the game board. It's going to be quite hard for me to get this all in shot. But like I mentioned, it is double-sided, it is cardboard, and it makes a full-size kill team board. So I think that's the side that we've seen on the box with like the sort of brown earth. The reverse side is very, very similar. If I just flip that over, only a lot more grey. So you've got more of a grey, earthy feel to that one, a bit more industrial on the reverse side. So that's cool. I think you can also use that size board on smaller games of 40k as well. So before we flick through the rules that are included within this box, let's have a quick flick through of the assembly instructions for all the plastic that you get in this box. All high quality. I mean, all the recent assembly guides have been fantastic, especially when talking about, you know, what you can do with, because obviously you're limited on poses. So this will tell you with this particular body, you know, what your options are when it comes to building them. So you're not, you know, what you're really going to want to do is flick through this first and plan out which Pathfinders you want to build before you just start snipping parts out and start gluing them together. Because it goes through all your specialisms. So you've got the choice of, you know, covering all the specialist types of troops you can take within the kill team, or alternatively, if you really want to use them more for maybe normal games of 40k, you can do that. You can build them in more sort of legal and more points efficient manner for 40k, or alternatively, you know, you can build them specifically for kill team. All your different options for drones for the Tau, and then you've got the how to build your sisters again with your different variants, your different weapon options, different specialisms that you can put on them if you want to. Very cool to build up all those ladies. And you've then also got how to build the scenery that comes in the kit. So again, it's all modular. You can just follow these instructions if you like how they're built on the box art. Alternatively, you might want to build them in a different way. Or if you've got any Sector Imperialis scenery knocking around, you could add these sprues to them to make even bigger, better buildings. But at least the instructions are there, should you wish to build them, how they appear on the box. So now it's time to look at the book. So this is the first time I'm going to be flicking through this book. So I have no idea what I'm going to come across. I've obviously seen a few previews on Warhammer. So apologies if I'm kind of taking a little bit of time to read this and see what I'm looking at. I will have done a written review by the time this video goes up, and I will pop the link to that in the YouTube description below, so you'll be able to check that out as well. But at the time of filming, I've not yet had a chance to go through this book, literally just taken out of its shrink wrap. So let's see what's inside. Really nice glossy finish, really high quality as you expect. Tau fighting sisters on the back there, giving us a peek of what's inside. Lots of lore by the sounds of it. Background on these two kill teams. So let's have a look. Kill team Chalnath. I assume that's how it's pronounced. Chalnath. Again, terrible at pronunciations. So we've got an introduction to this kill team, this particular box, what it contains. Talks about the Warzone Vedic, which is where the lore of this book is set. So we've been fighting in Octarius previously. This is a different Warzone. Looks like we've got different planets included within said Warzone. We've got the different factions at war, which is always interesting because this could give us a sneak peek of what else we could get coming within maybe battle boxes or the next kill team box or rule supplements. Also the Tau, the Imperium, which mentions heavily the sisters. Also mentions of the Gene Stealer cults as well. They're rumoured to be getting a box with the Custodians, but that is only rumours. Not sure how much truth is within that. But there's definitely something afoot for the Gene Stealer cults. Orcs and Tyranids, obviously, we've just had some new content for. And then Dracarian Forces of Chaos as well. Because, I mean, chaos is always involved, isn't it? In some shape or form. We've then got some lore on the sister battle, the Adepta Sororitas, talking about the faction as a whole, going into details about how their kill teams are arranged. Really like that artwork. That's really creepy and grimdark. Especially that lady. I want to mess with her. The Orders of Sanctity. So these are different orders. So if you haven't already got the Sisters Codex, these are the different orders that have got rules within that codex. So, you know, you don't need to have the codex to find out about what they're about and the different orders of which you can paint your sisters in. That's quite handy. The weapons and war gears of them. Particularly that, you know, they've only just had this massive new range of models, haven't they? So it's nice to have all that in here as well. Some Killzone lore and some nice photos of the sisters at battle. Some tables to generate some kill team names and some names to your sisters. And some backgrounds and base of operations, because you know, if you're going to play for a kill team campaign, it'd be nice to have a load of kind of lore and have all this story going on in the background. Really help to drive the narrative of your games. We've got a story there, again, lovely piece of artwork. Tau taking cover. Then we move on to the Tau. So some background of the Tau as a race. How their kill teams are sorted. Again, some really nice black and white artwork with like the Sin City kind of red as a spot colour. Kind of like Angels of Death on Warhammer Plus. The different Tau seps, so again, different rules for these are in the main codex, but this gives you a preview of what each sept is about. Maybe it'll inspire you to how you want to paint yours. And then we've got a couple of pages of painted Tau showcased, so what yours could also look like. And then lots of generators for names, kill team names, base of operations. Again, to help your narrative, you could pick, you create your own, or you could roll randomly. So we've then got the rules, and these look like they're going to really just be for the Tau and the sisters. So you got your missions sequences there. This is going to go into the actual rules for the 2 kill teams. So the sisters here, new critical hit rules, Inferno X. Each time a friendly operative fights in combat or makes a shooting attack with this weapon, in the roll attack dice step of that combat or shooting attack, if you retain any critical hits, the target gains X Infernal tokens. X is the number after the weapon's Inferno. At the end of each turning point, roll 1d6 with each Infernal token on an enemy operative. On a 4+, the enemy operative suffers 1 mortal wound. So it's almost like burning, basically. That must be like a special kill team rule. Different ploys that you can play within your games. Talks about your abilities. So you've got Acts of Faith. You can use those within your game to kill team. Obviously, slightly different how they work compared to 40k. But that's what I like about Kill Team. It's a different rules mechanic, which I think is why I didn't like the previous edition of Kill Team. It was too much like a mini version of 40k. This new version uses its own rules, its own mechanics. You know, it does borrow stuff like CP for stratagems or ploys as they're called in this, but the actual way the game plays is very different. I mean, just look at how the War Scroll cards look. You know, you wouldn't see anything like this on 40k. But this is going through all your different types of specialisms, your different types of models you can have within your units. That's very cool. Condemnable, that's what it was called. Your different equipment that you can give to your sisters and what they do. Icon of Faith, once per battle, operative can perform 1 act of faith without needing to subtract to faith points. It's really cool. Adamantium Weave Surplus. This model has a save characteristic of 3+ instead of 4. That's really good. Because I quite like the armor these sisters. You've then got, if you're running a campaign, you've got your spec op rules. So your models can be leveling up as you progress through your campaign, gaining new battle honours. Rare equipment. What have we got there? Relic gun sight. Select an auto gun the operative equipped with. It gains the following improvements. Improve its ballistic skill by 1. That's really good. It can perform the following action. Take aim, 1 AP. Select one enemy operative visible to the operative until the end of this activation. Each time this operative makes a shooting attack, treat that enemy operative as if it's within engage order for that shooting attack. That's cool. Blessed Blade. That's nice. Strategic assets for drawing your games. Again, very sort of thematic with the kill team. So you've got like the Sanctum at the end of each battle round. If you've got a Novite Pronatus operative that was selected for deployment, you can roll to determine if they've recovered any relics. Roll 1d6, add 1 if that operative performed any mission actions during that battle. Then on a 6, they've recovered a relic and return it to your Sanctum. Keep a note of the number of relics in your Sanctum. At the start of your first turning point of each battle, you gain a number of faith points equal to the number of relics. That's cool. Very cool. Some requisitions there, specifically for your sisters. And then it looks like we've got a couple of spec op objectives there. And then we've got the same again for the Pathfinders. So all the different types of specialisms that you can get for the Pathfinders. Actions and abilities. It calls out some special rules for AI, for like your drones. And savior protocols, because obviously drones can take hits. Like in 40k for your Tau. Sounds cool. Their own strategic ploys, marker lights. So these obviously don't have acts of faith. They've got marker lights. I think most Pathfinders are equipped with these to help hit your enemy better. And then your different data profiles for those drone controller Pathfinder. So Warcom actually put out, as of this video recording today, to say that whereas the new Sisters unit that comes in this box, there's a data sheet available to download and print from Warcom, so that you can start using them in your games 40k straight away. All these new options for the Pathfinders, such as this one, they're just for looks at the moment. But they will be getting 40k rules when the new book lands. As I said earlier in the video, that is due early 2022. So not long now, Tau fans. You've also got the rules for drones with new games kill team as well. Marker drones, shield drones. You got some equipment here. Orbital survey uplink. Perform some orbital scans. Very thematic for this unit. EMP grenades, fusion grenades. You've got your campaign special rules if you decide to run a campaign and you're upgrading as you get in battle honours throughout the games. Some rare equipment, strategic assets. Again, all in keeping with the Tau. Aerial surveillance drone. Once in each firefight phase, when you would activate a ready friendly operative, you can use this asset instead. Each time you do, select one enemy operative in the kill zone, gains a marker light. Cool. I know Jay's looking forward to building and painting these, and he'll probably give them a run out and kill team as well. Some requisitions specifically for the Tau, and again, your special ops missions. That's nice. And then it looks like we've got some terrain rules here. So within these pages, it gives you rules on how you operate these different parts of the scenery. So you've got some rules for doors, for hatches, scalable. I assume these all aren't in the kill team rulebook, which could be a little bit annoying for kill team fans that might not be planning on picking up this box. Shadow Operations Chalnath mission pack. So we've got some specific missions here for this box. You could use obviously with these kill teams that come in this box, but I also assume you can use these quite freely with your own kill teams. So really specific on the scenery here. So you would need to be using the scenery from this box or have very similar scenery in your collection. Again, at least it's quite clear how they're laid out. Your mission rules, mission objectives. Okay, so maybe it'd be a little bit harder to run your own kill teams. You'd really need the scenery for this that you get in this box. I mean, you'll probably be able to make it work, but yeah, some really cool looking missions. Spread the word. That's cool. So different objectives, and again, how you set up your scenery. And then themed for your particular kill team, you've got a really nice scannable and printable data slate for each of your models and units. I really like how they're proper theme there to the factions. That's very cool. And I think that might bring us to the end of the book. So you just got a narrative data card there for each of your operatives. Again, scannable and printable for your kill teams. And that is the book. So it's very focused on the content that comes in kill team. So even down to the mission stating, you know, how you position those scenery that you've built. If you're not a fan of either of these two kill teams, and maybe you're looking for additional just general kill team content, you've only really got those couple of slightly tweaked terrain rules, which just kind of were very basic. You could make those mission types work without building the scenery in, you know, the way that they are in the box. However, the missions in here are set up for those being built as they are displayed and as they're laid out in the assembly instructions. The game board's very nice. I would say if you're a Sisters fan, then you're probably very tempted, or maybe even I've already got your pre-order in for this, because they are a very nice new unit for the Sisters. I believe they're going to be another Troops choice as well, so maybe a slightly cheaper Troops choice for you, because obviously we see a lot of general Sisters of Battle units within that faction, because there's not any real choice. So to have another choice is great. The Pathfinders, as I mentioned before, was a nice kit anyway. The upgrade spree only adds to that. It really makes the unit look even more unique, really kind of stealthy and really high tech, which is what the Tau should be. It's a nice box. It's not going to be for everybody, this one. You really want to pick this up if you've got any interest in the two factions, because obviously their rules are very cool for the Pathfinders and the Novitiates. But yeah, that's the Kill Team box. Thanks to Games Workshop for sending us a copy. I know Jay is going to be painting up some of these Pathfinders eventually, and he'll be sharing those over on Twitter and Facebook. And I think Matt's quite keen to paint some of these Sisters soon as well. I'm going to see if they'll let me paint some scenery. That should be quite fun. So just keep an eye on social media. We've got lots of exciting content coming. So yeah, should be not short of a few new videos and posts over on the old social media. So that is Kill Team Chalnath. Bit of a unique one. Depends on what you're after, really. But could be quite a good box for you to pick up. And it's on pre-order now. Make sure you pre-order through our Element Games links. That would not only save you a few pennies, it would also help support our website, which would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll be back again very soon. Happy hobbying!